Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Elvia, and for today's video I decided that it would be appropriate for me to use the Juvia's Place collection because I really haven't heard a lot about these anymore after it went like crazy when they first came out and they got introduced through YouTubers. And seeing that I have also gone missing from the YouTube world, it would be totally appropriate to bring these back as well. So I don't really know what eye look I'm going for. If you remember, this is the first Nubian palette. There's no names on this, so it's kind of frustrating. You kind of have to point to what you want, and there's no mirror, which is like the Nubian 2, which I actually never realized I never even touched. So it's just sitting there too, and again, no mirror, but at least there are names to the colors. And then finally the Masquerade one that I have used, and again, no mirror. So I do have a mirror set up here, so if you see me coming in and out, that's the reason why. So I will be introducing new products because I did find other things I'm actually liking a little bit more, and also a new one, which is the It Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil in Universal Taupe. So we're gonna see how this works too. So I mean, let's just get started with the It Cosmetics Brow Power then. So first I like to curl my eyelashes now, just because sometimes I tend to forget, or I do it last minute after I do eyeliner and then you do it and it ruins it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this first. Now to do my brows, I actually want to use a different mirror just in case I mess it up here. Kind of scared too because it's such a fat thing, you know, compared to my brow wiz. I mean, for those who have brow wiz, you know what I'm talking about. It's, I mean, look at the huge, you know, difference. It's like intimidating dealing with this, you know, big thing here, but we'll see how it goes. So overall, I actually like this pencil. It's not terrible. I like the fact that it's matte, if that makes sense. Sometimes when you use brow pencils, they tend to be just slightly oily and they reflect very awkwardly, if that makes any sense to you. But I enjoyed it. The spoolie is very fat and spongy, if that makes sense. So it's probably just something where I kind of need to get used to it. But overall, I actually do like it, and I think that the more that I kept putting it on, it didn't get all clumpy and gross, and it got more towards the color of my hair, which is dark. So I do like it. So now moving on to eyes, I'll be using my Too Faced Shadow Insurance to prime my lids. The first color I will be using as an all-over base is going to be from the first Nubian palette. That is probably going to be the lightest one, which is this shade right here, and I'll place that all over my lid areas. And for that, I use my Sigma E60 large shader brush. I'm losing my touch here. Now with my E40 brush, I am going to go in to this color Zulu from the Masquerade palette, and I'm going to place this color above my crease area here. Next, with my E38 Sigma brush, I'm going to go into the color Ada, and I'm going to place that in my crease and outer corner of my eye. Next, I'm going to be taking some Too Faced glitter glue, and I'm going to place that all over my eyelid area. With my Sigma E57 brush, I'm going to be going into the color Dahlia, which is blue here, and placing that on the outer corner and working it towards the center of my eye area. Next, I'm going to be using that color Zola, the outer blue, and placing that in the center and inner corner of my eye. Taking the same brush, just flipping it over. And I'm flipping my brush over. I'm just going to make sure I blend everything in the center portion of my eye. And then taking my E38 brush, I'm just going to very gently blend everything together. For my brow bone, I'm going to go back into the Nubia 1 palette and use this one up here. And for that, I'm going to use my Sigma E71 brush, which is an angled brush there. My lower lids I will work on at the end after I've applied my actual face makeup. So the last thing I need to do is add some mascara, which I'm going to be using my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara for the face. So the new product I've actually been using to prime my face, and it was just out of curiosity to see if it'll work, especially with the summer months coming, and I do have oily, acne prone skin, which has gotten a lot better. But it's the Lorac Gellar Spackle Mattifying Oil Control Under Makeup Primer. It's a mouthful, but it's really good. I actually shake mine just a little bit, just because I tried pouring it once and it came out a little bit thinned out, I guess. But with the warmer weather coming, it's been warm, so we just kicked the AC in our house just to stop all my cosmetics from melting. I mean, not literally, but you know what I mean. So when it comes out brownish, and I only use about this. Close it. I only use about this much here. It's a brown tint, and I noticed that it does help with keeping like the control oil, and it's so silky smooth. It feels exactly like the Benefits Professional, as well as the Japonesque one, if you know, the velveteen one. I don't know what it's called, but that one feels exactly like that. So it's not like the Smashbox ones at all. It feels very nice and sheen and velvety. So I do like that about this. And again, that's the Spackle Mattifying Oil one by Lorac Daylight. And again, I still have some scarring going on, but it's much better. And for that, for now, I'm still using the Boi-ing No. 2 Benefit Cosmetics Concealer. And with that, I'm going to be using my Sigma P82 brush and applying it in those areas. I will be using my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in light beige, and for that I will be using my Sigma F82 round kabuki brush. I actually like to use a brush with this, I noticed more and more, because I feel like the beauty blender just sucks in a little bit more product than I wish to, and it applies just as nicely. But I can only say that for this particular foundation. So I'm just gonna dab this on and then start working it into my skin. I just realized I forgot to put concealer on. Oh my gosh. Next, I'll be using my Tarte Shape Tape and Light Medium Honey, and using my beauty blender, concealing my under eye area. And I only use a little, I don't use a whole lot. Then over everything, I take my NC35 Studio Finish Concealer from MAC, and taking my IT Cosmetics number 103 blurring concealer brush, and then I just go over my blemishes just to help conceal a little bit more. So to set everything, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I will be using first my Real Techniques setting brush and using the smaller brush for my under eye area. Then taking my large powder F30 brush from Sigma, be powdering the rest of my face. Now that I'm done setting my face, I will be taking a Real Techniques buffing brush and the Hoola Benefit bronzer and bronzing the perimeter of my face, giving it some warmth. I'm actually loving the Lorac Daylight highlighter. If anybody's used it, it's so finely milled and it just feels very nice on the face. With that, I'm going to be using my Smashbox fan brush and then just placing it on my cheekbones and temples. Because it's such a strong eye look, I really don't want to look too clownish, so I think of the perfect combo for that would be this Urban Decay video. So it's very toned down. I'm going to be taking my Sigma F15 brush for this, and then just placing it right on the high parts here. Now for my under eye area, I will be taking, let's go into the Nubian one, and taking a short shader brush. I'll be using the E20 from Sigma, and I'll go into the color I first used there, placing that all over the under eye area. And then I think I'm going to go to the color right underneath that, and then smoke out the outer corner of my bottom lid area. And then I want to add a little bit of more darkness to it, some smokiness, so I'm going to use that bottom dark shade. And then for my bottom lashes, I'm going to be using my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. For lips, I'm going to be using my MAC Fanfare cremesheen lipstick. And now to finish everything off, I'm going to be using my MAC Fix Plus setting spray and spraying my face. And here is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial on the Juvia's Place palettes. The Masquerade and the Nubian is what I ended up using. I did not use the Nubian tube. But I actually really do like this look. I'm very surprised that I like it as much as I do. I don't usually do very statement eye looks, but I'm really liking this one. I think this is, you know, new haircut, new me, bolder eye looks. I'm not sure. I have to wait to see what my husband thinks of it, but I'm actually very impressed. So comment below if you actually think I should keep going with these strong eye looks, because I'm really not sure. I like it, but it's all a matter of what you want to see too. So again, thank you so much for watching. I will have this posted ASAP for you. Obviously, if you're watching it, it's happened. But I love you all, and again, there's still that giveaway going on, so subscribe and subscribe and subscribe, and you'll be able to win that Still Out palette. So bye.